Hi, welcome back to Comic Book Gallery. I'm your host, Joaquin, coming to you from PFC Games. So if you're in Linwood, Washington area, come on down to PFC Games. That's private first class, and that's why you see a gaming store background, because I'm cool as the owner, and he lets me film on the days that the stores are closed, which are Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. All right, was that out of the way? These are my new comic book pickups for this week. I should have had this video out yesterday, but I got a little lazy, was feeling a little bit under the weather, so I picked up my books, and I'm now doing my video for today. First up is Doomsday Clock. Now, I did have a chance to read these books, and I gotta say, this cover right here is a variant cover, where you have Rorschach just punching the hell out of the Joker. So I decided to get this variant because I think it's cool. I'll get you another little look at that without that much glare to it. I'm really enjoying the Doomsday Clock series, and if you're not reading this, it's just something you pick up. The other thing I wanted to mention was, I've said in previous videos that I was going to start cutting back on what I'm picking up weekly, because I believe that the prices of books are getting out of hand. This one is $4.99, and that's just too much for a new book for me. So instead of buying like 5 to 10 books a week, which is on average what I normally do, I'm now cutting back to 4 or 5, which puts me at the $20 range plus tax, which I kept this under this week, around 23 something with tax. And the reason why I'm doing that is that I want to show new people who are getting into comic books that if you are having a tight budget, this is the way to go, because you should be picking up key issues. You could always pick up some of these books, like they might even drop to $1 bin, but if you want to read books, limit it to 4 or 5 books that you want to read per week, and save that money and put that money aside so you can get whatever key issues like the one I'm going to show you at the end of this video. Next up, Justice League Dark. I have not been reading Justice League Dark. I've been collecting the variant covers, just like I collected this variant cover. But this is the first appearance of, I believe, he's Upside Down Man. I normally, like I said, I'm trying to cut down on books. I only want to grab the books I read, but if I see a really good cover, then I will pick it up. So I picked up Justice League Dark. Probably should be reading this. I've been hearing great things about it. Batman Detective $9.89, and I have not read this book yet, and I'm starting to get back into Batman Detective. I've been collecting some of the previous covers because of variants. This is not the variant, but I want to go back and start reading this book because this is getting ready for the Epic 1000. So once that hits, I want to see what they're going to do with the story leading up to it. But this, I want to say an issue or 2 ago was the first appearance of Firefly. So that was another reason why I picked up those variants. And as you can see, you have Two-Face. So looking forward to reading this book. I've been seeing some of the other reviews on YouTube, so Heroes in Crisis #1. I did get a chance to read this. I want to see where they're going to go with the storyline. So far, it's pretty interesting with Harley Quinn and Booster Gold. I'm not really that big of a Booster Gold fan, but so far in this issue, I don't want to give too much away because I know still people are still picking up their books, but this is definitely one to pick up. And a great cover, by the way. I didn't buy any of the variants. And The Amazing Spider-Man #6. Now, I almost gave up on this because they went straight into a mini clone story, which most people who collected Spider-Man books in the late 80s and 90s who were Spider-Man fans got turned off like myself and are now looking at the older runs to collect, which I'm doing. But I thought I would give it a chance because in issue 5 of last week, you saw Kraven the Hunter, which is like one of my favorite Spider-Man villains. And I'm hoping that they can do something cool with him. So I thought I'd give this a shot. Plus, they had ended the clone series last week. Not too much to say. The storyline's okay so far leading up to all this. So I really want to see what they're going to do. This book is for me on the chopping block. So depending if the writing starts going downhill, they start doing other things that I'm not really into, then I'm not going to pick up this book anymore. And like I said, the reason why that I've been cutting down on my new issues, and I'll always say that as I pick up new books, is because so I can pick up stuff like this. X-Men number 60, which is the first appearance of Sauron. I want to say like 3 or 4 episodes ago, maybe even 2, I bought a few issues of X-Men, and one of them, the person had listed, because Sauron was on the cover, she thought that this was the first appearance as Sauron, and she had listed it that way. Now, I knew it wasn't, but what I want to let people know is, just because the person on eBay says it's something, do your own homework. So, this book I bought from a comic book dealer, or somebody had their own shop, and they listed this on eBay. So as you can see, the cover price on this was, if you get it close, there we go, $100. Now, if you can look at this, this is in pretty good shape. And if I had the money and I was a regular customer of his, because I do like supporting the stores I go to, whatever hobby I'm into, as you can see, there's some crease lines in here that do break the color. But overall, the book's still in pretty good shape. Right here, you got some bends. And you know what? I'm going to open it up. Let you guys see it. Like I said, I paid $100 for this. The back's not bad right here. Yeah, you got that indent from the front, so I'm hoping a pressing will take this out. I'm hoping a cleaning can take out some of these stains you see right here. And there, a pressing will definitely should be able to take out the little indents right here, because they haven't broke. But you can see that there's some, it looks like there's water stains or some kind of stainings. But overall, I'm really happy with the condition of this book. I'm trying to be careful. I just want to show you the inside. See if I can find a good splash page. That's a pretty good splash page. So right here, you start to see Sauron. I'm really happy with this pickup. Now, you're probably wondering how much I paid for this. And I got this at a great price. I mean, you guys are going to be like, damn. And I have to show you the invoice, just so you can see how much I paid for that book. Sorry, just folding it up right here. Make sure this gets in focus. Come on, focus. Nope. Nope. There we go. With shipping, $28.74. I want it at $24.99. Shipping and handling $3.75. Total $28.74. This was a great deal. Why did I get such a good deal on this? Because X-Men books are not hot right now until Disney starts doing their films and rebooting the series. You should be able to get key X-Men books cheap. And when I mean cheap, this store was selling it, as you can see on the price here. At their store, they had it for $100, and I paid $28.74 for this book. You can't beat that deal. Such a great deal. I mean, I know this got some water damage on it, but overall, I'm very happy with the book. There's no major tears. There's no rips, no missing pages. The spine looks in really good condition. And I'm just going to end with this. I just want to... I had a chance to somewhat glance at the book. The spines, you know, because of the year, it has a little rust, but not that bad on the top one. The right here, as you can see, this is starting to come loose. So I really don't want to continue to keep opening it. I'm going to have this book slabbed. great cover, and depending on what it comes back at, this will eventually be a book that I try to get as high as I can to like a 9.6, 9.8. But at this current one, thinking maybe it's at least a 6, 6.5 if I'm lucky, a 7 to a 7.5 after cleaning and pressing. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Weekly Comic Books Pool and X-Men number 60, First Appearance of Sauron. If you like what you see, hit the like button, leave a comment below about any books that you picked up for a great deal. And if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button, and I will catch you later.